The Chicago Bulls are now heading home after going 3-1 on that West Coast trip. Can they keep the momentum going for a crucial home stretch that is about to come up for the Chicago Bulls? We also have injury updates for Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball as well. We're going to talk about it and break it down. But you gotta hear the music first. Cognac gang. Shy Boys Podcast with the Cognac Boys. I'm Cognac Boy Bobby, and today I am with my dog, CDubb. How you doing, Bob?
I'm feeling great, man. Let's get into it.
Y'all already know, if you tuned in with us today, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell
Just
as
glitch
well.
like
But hey, before we get into the everything, we got to come and bring you guys the injury updates to some of your favorite players of the Chicago Bulls. First thing first, we talk about Lonzo Ball. A few weeks ago, we said that he was kind of behind schedule. He wasn't sprinting. But now it's being reported by head coach Billy Donovan that Lonzo Ball is now sprinting. And then Zach LaVine showed himself and showed face in Los Angeles last night and pretty much said that he's ahead of schedule with his rehab after the foot surgery. CDubb, how you feeling about all this good news coming out of the Chicago Bulls?
I'm gonna take it back to a quote from you from like a year ago. Good for them. That it's good news, bro. It's good that we heard these things. It's good for them that they finally going in a positive direction. Now, we're not gonna get too excited till we see these guys on the floor playing actual basketball. But it's good news for both of them to go to play, tell you plain simply.
For
That's it.
sure. And that's how it is. Like I said, man, it's all about you want to see these guys get back healthy and be able to go on with their day-to-day lives. Me personally, I'm not getting too crazy excited for, you know what I'm saying, it's good news that they getting healthy. But I'm not going to get excited and act as if they're coming back to save the Chicago Bulls this season. We got to focus on the team that we have right now, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. Plus, Zach LaVine, did you rescind that trade offer, or is it still on the table? Because last time I thought you requested a trade, and I didn't see anything that says that you rescinded that trade demand. So, as far as I know, I've seen the last of Zach LaVine, as far as I know right now. And Lonzo Ball, look, I still think that CDubb said it a while ago. The front office might be holding out hope for Lonzo Ball. But I ain't even going to focus too much on that. Like I said, I'm going to spend most of my time focusing on the team that we have now and see what they can do, because CDubb, there's a lot of opportunities, especially after this West Coast trip that is coming up for the Chicago Bulls. They have a lot of opportunities right ahead of them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, and well deserved because they worked hard to get those opportunities. And like you said with Lonzo Ball, like the Bulls will be trying to get him an opportunity. I've been saying that for the longest. They are holding out hope that they can get back to that first year when they was in the number one seed for mostly half of the season, I think. So just be prepared to see this. If it goes good, if it goes bad, I think Lonzo Ball's gonna get a shot.
For sure. I think they will too. But now we move on to the meat and potatoes. CDubb, after that loss versus the Los Angeles Clippers, Ayodo Sumu came out and pretty much said, hey, it's a bummer that the Bulls lost because we had the opportunity to go 4-0. Our confidence is high because we aren't leaving here like it's a moral victory. We understand we can't get it back, but we understand we was just good enough to be right there to win this game. Now, CDubb, moving forward, as the Chicago Bulls move back home, they got 7 out of their next 9 games at home. And let's be clear, at one point, we thought this was going to be a crucial moment or a tough stretch for the Chicago Bulls, and they've been passing with flying colors so far. Basically starting off for going 3-1 on that West Coast trip and being able to come in and compete in that last game that they lost versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, CDubb, listen to this. The Chicago Bulls are moving to that crucial home stretch to where you got games versus Dallas starting tomorrow. That who's been struggling. You got the Indiana Pacers. They just suffered another major injury on their team with Benedict Mathurin now being done for the season. A team in the LA Clippers you competed well against, the Washington Wizards, the Portland Trailblazers, and the Houston Rockets, all coming up on this schedule. But can the Chicago Bulls keep the momentum going in your opinion?
I think the Chicago Bulls definitely could keep the momentum going after this 3-1 West Coast trip, but it's entirely up to them. You know what I'm saying? There ain't nobody just going to give you the game. You might look at the schedule and say the Portland Trail Blazers be an easy victory. You might look at the Houston Rockets and say like it might be an even matchup, but we might have the upper hand. But Dallas is a very good team. Who else we got after Dallas? Indiana. They wounded. And a wounded animal, is the most dangerous animal, like they say in the wild. So none of these games is easy. None of these games you should take for granted. I don't care how well you've been playing the last couple weeks. These teams are kind of come out there and play ball. So it's going to be entirely up to them if these games if they want to go in here and lollygag or they want to continue like they got desperation in their veins like this the playoffs, to tell you the truth, like the playoffs already started. You want to get as much playoff you want to get as high as you can in the rankings in these playoff seedings as you can. So don't take any game for granted. Try to go undefeated for the rest of the season. And listen to me, I said try to go to undefeated for the rest of the season. I ain't say they going undefeated. I said try to go undefeated the rest of the season.
Yeah, you got to try to get up as many wins as you can, CDubb, because if you're talking about the standings right now, the Bulls, I believe, are 3.5 games out of that eighth seed,
Mm-hmm.
and then a full 4 games out of the
Six.
seventh seed.
No,
So
six.
they could take because the Philadelphia 76ers, they've been kind of teetering and falling. So the Chicago Bulls right now, they got Indiana, who's about 3.5 games ahead of them, and then the 76ers, who are a full 4 games ahead of them. So they should
Nephew,
be
hold
able to
on.
handle that.
Hold on, because I said that because Miami Heat got the same record as the 76ers, so the sixth
Oh,
seed.
yeah, I don't think the I think the Miami the Bull I don't think the Bulls gonna catch them.
What do you mean? They got the same record as the
Bro, I
76ers.
think that Miami Heat, they about to turn it on, bro. The Bulls ain't gonna be
Oh,
able to catch them. And right
okay.
now, we pretty much looking at an aberration anyway. So, because we don't know which Bull teams we gonna get. We see, like, we didn't. Let's keep it a bug. We didn't expect to see this Chicago Bulls team on the West Coast trip, if we being honest. Like we the best thing that I thought was 2-2. The Chicago Bulls surprised the hell out of me by going 3-1 and put themselves in a position to go 4-0. So, but I think that everything pretty much what you said is, I mean, it's still on the table. You can't really take it away from them from the Miami Heat. I just think that they're gonna be in better position not to give up that 6 seed. That's just how I'm looking at it.
Well, all of those teams that's ahead of us, the Pacers, 76ers, and the Heat, are on losing streaks. The Miami Heat has lost the last 2 games. The 76ers has lost the last 3 games. Everything, even up to the fifth seed, they lost the game as well, the Orlando Magic. So I think all the way to the fifth seed is in play. I'm not going to hold these guys back with predisposed ideas. Anything is on the table.
I mean, fair enough. I just don't have that much confidence in that.
Come
that
on,
that
bro.
that's a hard hill to climb. So pretty much, you said that your confidence level is at what spot?
If they continue to play with the desperation like they've been playing like this on this West Coast trip and possibly the last couple weeks, I think the number 5 seed is in play. You know what I'm saying? It's in play. Just might be, a little bit, but it's in the play. What are this? 5.5 games away from the 5 seed. It'll be tough, but hey, it's in play. Until they're you count it out, it's still in play.
So if you're looking at so first of all, I want to look at the teams that the Bulls got to climb over
Hmm.
first. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? If we gonna even to just to dive deeper into it, just so we can continue to provide the context. Next few games for the Pacers, they got Orlando, Oklahoma City. That's two matchups before they see the Bulls. And when they see the Bulls got to treat that like a complete playoff game,
That's a
like
fact.
little legit playoff game. Then
Yeah,
they got Brooklyn, the Cavs, Detroit. Then you face Golden State, Los Angeles, and the Clippers. That's a tough stretch for the Indiana Pacers. So I
it
think
is.
that with all the injuries that they got over there, the Bulls got a strong chance to, kind of just jump over those guys. If you're
Yeah,
looking at the 76ers and what they got coming up ahead of them, these guys, I'm pretty sure with that they hoping that Joel Embiid can make his return, but we don't know right now because we don't
hmm
know. But they got New York twice in the Bucks in the next three games. You got Charlotte, Miami, Phoenix, and LA, Clippers, Sacramento. Oh yeah, they tough, tough,
tough.
tough, tough, tough schedule for the Sixers. So as you said before, anything is possible, but the Bulls got to worry about themselves, right?
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. And I would just to add really quick, the 76ers are 3-7 in they last 10 games, so they not playing well without Embiid. It's entirely up to the Bulls. Are you gonna go out there and try to get the highest seed you can, or you gonna be satisfied with just being taking any spot in the play in? Because I think it's pretty much set that they're gonna be in the play in if all goes well, no injuries or nothing like that. Do you agree that they got the play in? They're gonna
The
be in the
Bulls
play
at
in.
the minimum, the Bulls got to play in. Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, you ain't Brooklyn and all these other teams ain't finna start climbing up the charts. No, sorry. The Bulls
So
at the minimum are a play in team for sure.
so at the very minimum, what you can stand, if you can't get into that 6 seed and up, where you don't have to play in the play in tournament, you want to get those seventh and eighth spots because you know you can lose a game and then play the next game. Correct.
Exactly.
So you want to get to the seventh or eighth spot, Chicago Bulls. And I think the Pacers going to give you a chance. I think the 76ers going to give you a chance. And what if the Heat? What if they fall off and then you can slide, just sneak in there? You never know what happened, man. Just keep playing hard, bro. The Heat, I don't know. You know, they always come in at the end of the season. They lost 2 games in a row. But it's just dicey. You got to play it games out, bro. You got to play the games out.
Yeah, and everybody got about over 15 games left. So
Yeah.
it's gonna be crucial moving forward with this. Hey, CDubb, I ain't gonna lie to you. If the Bulls become a 6 seed, AK gonna be like, I told you all. We're gonna
Yeah.
be competitive.
He go glow. He go glow. And it's gonna be up to you if you go believe that shit. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I'm not gonna believe it. We know how he coming. That's what he did. Exactly the same thing last season. But we know what's going on with this team. The young guys then came out and they started performing. I.e. Kobe White and Io Dusumu. So that's what turned this team around. Julian Phillips, Bateem, and Dalen Terry also added their little um powers to the rest of the core, and the Bulls have had a successful after the 5-15 or whatever it is, 5-14. They had been successful after that. So we know what's going on. It ain't about um AK saying that, man, we got continuity and I knew we could turn it over. No, the players decided. It wasn't
For
no
sure.
damn AK just mentally making this shit happen. It was the players making this happen.
Can I jump the gun?
Go ahead.
if the if if there's any matchup I want to see in the first round for the Chicago Bulls, yes, I'm jumping the gun. I hope the Cleveland Cavs hold that second seed and the
Oh
Bulls fall
yeah.
to the seventh seed. Let's go. It's gonna be a
Oh.
dogfight. Let's go. Because I don't think I think Boston to kick our ass. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I don't want that. That's a
Yeah,
sleeper
I
team.
don't even want
That's
to
a
be an
that's a
eighth seed and
sleeper.
test that water. But I
That's a
think if the
sleeper.
Bulls become a seven seed and you can face the Cavs, look,
Yeah.
it's gonna be tough. But I think that the Bulls get a couple games. It's gonna be better than that last time we seen them in the playoffs where they only got one game for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I
The
think the
Cavs are still the better team. Let's be clear.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think that the Bulls can make give them a
Make it
little give
interesting.
them a
And you
little
gonna
fight.
say they can win, nephew?
Hey, I wouldn't say it's out of the picture.
It went out of the question like 60 Cleveland, 40% Bulls.
No,
Like
I think
they
I think the Cleveland got a higher chance, bro. I just think
said
they're the
how you
better
said, was
team.
it like 70,
Yeah, it's like 70
75?
30, 70
I
30.
think they could beat the Cleveland Cavaliers, but I'm a one up you, nephew. After all that commotion in that last game against the Milwaukee Bucks, wouldn't it be great to have a series against the Bucks? I don't think we would win.
Oh
But I
yeah,
think it'll
we
be.
would not.
I think it'll be. I think we get 2 games though against the Bucks.
I think it'll be exciting. I think it'll be exciting to see the Bulls face the Milwaukee Bucks in the playoffs. But that's not where I want to go. I want to
He
go to
want to go
Cleveland.
to Cleveland. You
I
think
want
you
to
can
go to
beat the
Cleveland,
Cleveland the
bro,
Cavaliers for
because
sure?
I think when the game slows down and now you have 7 games, to work with and to figure out rotations or how you gonna defend the Cleveland Cavaliers. I gotta point to what evidence and history has shown me. Them
All the
little
games
ass
been
guard
tight.
had trouble with
Yes.
physicality last year against the New York Knicks.
Yep.
So if the Bulls could come in and provide some physicality and use Ayodo Sumu length, Alex Caruso is healthy. I believe, and that backcourt. Look, they've been kicking our ass for years, but the Bulls just now getting they licks back. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, once the playoffs come and the game slows down and every possession is now more valuable, you can't tell me it's not going to be a better defender on the court than Alex Caruso to try to slow down Donovan Mitchell or Darius Garland. And then you
That's a
add
fact.
Ayodo Sumu up in there with his length, it's going to be problematic. But the Bulls can get hurt on the boards because they so big with the cat. They so big, in their front court. But I believe that Vooch and Drummond can match that pretty well. I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, sure, 74-34, the last game on the
You
rebound.
feel me?
Yeah,
So
you know what I'm
that's
saying? They
that's
dominated.
why I think if I jump the gun, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm a chill. I'm a temper my expectations and say we're gonna take it one game at a time.
Yeah.
But if I'm being optimistic, if they can creep up, that's the matchup I want.
So with all the matchups, you looking at the Cavaliers like they the mark. They the mark. I'm
Yes,
looking
because
at
I think
you.
Boston just got too much for the Bulls. And then I
You
think I think the Bulls can make it interesting against the Bucks, but I don't see them beating them either. I think the
know,
Cavs, with all the speculation about Donovan Mitchell possibly not want to be there, he might be ready to start his vacation early, baby.
I hear you. But I see a lot of marks though, nephew. Like Orlando, young as hell. They ain't never really been in this position before.
I'm
Like
with
that's
you
a
on that.
mark.
I don't
And
think the
then one
Bulls get
more,
up to the fifth seed though,
the
unless the
Knicks.
Orlando Magic fall a little bit.
The Knicks hurt, nephew. That's a mark. They
Yeah,
hurt. So it's a mark, bro. They could get up out of there. I ain't saying the Bulls gonna go crazy and get to the
yeah,
semifinals or the Eastern Conference Finals, but they can make it interesting in the first round if they happen to get in the playoffs. And I ain't even say they gonna win the first round.
yeah. But hey, y'all, we just having a little, little vent
Little
session.
calm.
You know what I'm saying? Love, what if? But again, we do got to take this, you know what I'm saying? We do got to take this thing one game at a time and make sure that the Bulls handle business because they really got to handle business if they want to see themselves in a good spot. But there is some parity starting to brew up on this lower half of the bracket in the Eastern Conference. Like CDubb pointed out, the Pacers are 5-5 in their last 10. The Sixers are 3-7 in their last 10. The Miami Heat are 7-3 in their last 10. Anything can happen. And the injuries keep piling up around the league. Indiana Pacers, New York Knicks. You know what I'm saying? You got a young team in Orlando Magic. Let's just see what happens, man. CDubb, you got anything left?
Oh no, it's gonna be interesting. Congratulations to the Bulls for that West Coast trip, man. It has been a long time since we've seen that type of effort. On to the Dallas Mavericks. Let's take every game like it's a playoff game. I think. Let's do it, Bulls. See red. Let rock.
For sure. That's it from us today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Shy Boys Podcast. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. If you want to call in and leave a voicemail and be featured on one of our episodes, call in, leave your take. The number is in the center of your screen, 773-242-9219. This is another episode of Shy Boys Podcast. I'm Bobby. That's CDubb. We're going to catch y'all on the next one for sure. Cognac. Gang.